Hey, what's up, YouTube world? It is your girl here, the Venusian Bull, and I am back for another Planets in the Houses series. And in this series, we are going to be discussing planets in the ninth house. Okay, so you know how we do, it. I am going to provide a little intro video for the ninth house and then attach it to all of the videos for the planets so that, we can get everything that needs to be said in these videos. Okay. All right, so just a little background on the ninth house. Remember, the ninth house is akin to Sagittarius. So the energy of the ninth house is very joyful. It's very optimistic. It's all about adventure and learning and philosophy and religion and spirituality and traveling all over the place, darling. It's all about discovering different cultures, different people, different ethnicities, different ways of life. And it's just about being open minded. Like the ninth house is literally like, you're an open book type of energy. It's very larger than life energy. It's very extra, extra, read all about it type of energy. So, ninth house people are on 10 like 90% of the time. Like they can't help it. It's like adrenaline. It's like constant adrenaline. This is a house that's full of energy, and full of excitement and luck and expansion and abundance. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep this pretty cute, clean, and concise. All right. And also, as a disclaimer, I feel like I mentioned this in my videos, but y'all still seem to not be listening. Okay. When I discuss the planets and the houses, I'm discussing their general energies, like their purest energies. Obviously, this is going to be modified based on the sign that's on the house cusp. If you have other planets also in this house, or if these planets in the ninth house are aspecting other planets in your natal chart, it may modify this energy. So you may look at this video and be like, that sun in the ninth house, that sounds like nothing like me. And you got a nerve to have sun square Pluto. That's why it don't sound nothing like you. Okay, I just had to get a little mean for a second. This is a happy energy, positive energy, but I just had to say that because some of y'all be coming up in here and be like, I'm not this, I'm not that. Y'all, look at your whole chart, listen to all of the videos because at some point you're gonna have planets transiting the ninth house. So you actually want to pay attention to all of the videos, not just the one that's specific to you and your natal chart. And hey, if you want to get information, on other people, family members, significant others, friends, coworkers. And they happen to have a planet in the ninth house. You may want to listen to that as well. All right. So keep it, well-rounded and, helps me boost up those views. All right. All right. So stay tuned for a very wild, adventurous ride for the planets in the ninth house. All right. Let's go. Freedom! Hello again. All right. So in this video, we are going to be discussing moon in the ninth house. Okay. I'm already feeling this ninth house positivity because I'm just like smiling throughout these videos. Can't you tell? Like I'm not a smiler. Okay. I wish I had sun in the ninth house. All right. So I don't have any planets in the ninth house, by the way, except for my south node, which anyway, but that's besides the point. So let's get into the moon in the ninth house. All right. So moon in the ninth house is similar to having moon in Sagittarius or having Cancer on the ninth house cusp. Okay. And I just have to say that moon in the ninth house, I really feel this energy. Like I'm really digging this energy. Like I like it, but you kind of got to be careful. Okay. So, the moon represents where you feel comfortable. Like it's nourishment. It's maternal, like kind of instincts. It's your instincts in general, your intuition. And, it's what you need to feel comfortable and needed in this world. And what makes a moon in the ninth house person feel comfortable is adventure, is exploration, is traveling, is meeting new people and new places and new things. And because the moon represents home and it also represents the mother, this person could have had a very like interesting, kind of upbringing. You know what I mean? Even like, like foster care, or even like being, adopted in something that is kind of like detached from like a normal way of kind of growing up. So you grow up kind of having an appreciation for other people and other cultures. It's like, other people become your family, your friends become your family, other groups become, your family, and things like that with the moon in Sagittarius. So you don't limit yourself to just blood, because you're very much traveling, all over the world, and basically like everywhere you go, or you could be traveling all over the world in your mind. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do, that's what you aspire to do. But every place that you travel to has a sense of home. You're the person who gets this all of the souvenirs, girl. Like all of them. You bring them back and you give them to the people that you love. Oh, I bought this in Bangladesh and I thought of you and I thought that it would look really pretty on you. I bought this when I was in Beijing, or I bought this for you when I was in Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Like this is very like I'm going to all these different places, and then I bring back all of these gifts and give them to people. That's that maternal, that nourishing, not nourishing. That is really not the word that I'm trying to use, but that is like that giving, that very Cancerian, moon approach, to the ninth house. And because ninth house energy is already very giving and very generous, having the moon there makes you have like kind of this larger than life heart, this larger than life, emotional like attachment to different places, in different things. Again, like the sun in the ninth house, this could very well be a placement where you grow up is not where you end up living as an adult. It's very interesting. It's kind of like a contradiction a little bit with the moon in the ninth house, because the moon likes comfort and they like familiarity and they want to be home, but the ninth house really wants adventure and something different and a dose of spontaneity. So you're kind of like combining those energies, and essentially you're finding home throughout the time that you're exploring. You're the type of person that, like sun in the ninth house, they can travel alone. I would say moon in the ninth house would want a travel partner or somebody to actually, travel with them when they're going to these places, because it's like it's needing to have like a little bit of sense of home, and like that sense of home also kind of includes like a person. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just like that warmth and that familiarity. It's a lot of differentness that's going on, and a lot of different scenery and different things, and you need a little bit of that piece of home that's there. Another thing to keep in mind with this placement is that your intuition is very much on high when it comes to anything that has to do with the ninth house, whether it comes to travel or learning and things of that nature. Like if your intuition is telling you that you shouldn't get on that plane, don't get on that plane. That's all I gotta tell you. Listen to your gut when it comes to that. Okay. Yeah, and also these people with this placement can come from a very religious and spiritual background, specifically, influenced by their mother, because the moon represents the mother. So you could have been very religious, like I said before, growing up in the church choir, going to Bible study, singing, or going to the mosque or going to the Jewish temple or whatever it is that you subscribe to. If it's organized religion, if it's not, then maybe your mother was very spiritual, or just very open, very adventurous, and just had always had high spirits, that had high, aspirations, and just was very positive in their, disposition. You know what I'm saying? This could also be kind of like a scatterbrained type of person, only because the moon represents your emotions. So you could be very much like, I want to be here, I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to explore, I want to do all of these things. And it can be kind of overwhelming, and there's only 24 hours in a day. So just be mindful that you can get kind of caught up in all of the things that you are, trying to do, you know what I'm saying, and trying to accomplish and explore. There everything is always an exploration or an adventure with moon in the ninth. And it's all about that fulfilling your emotional needs. Like, emotionally speaking, like, you can't just sit in the house. Like, you have to be doing something adventurous. You have to be doing something, you have to have some type of like physical activity that you like to do. So during this quarantine, that may have been hard, but exercising, going out for a run, kind of releasing that energy in, a healthy way, and things of that nature. Also, like I said, with the sun in the ninth house, um very lucky when it comes to money and things of that nature, because this has to deal with your kind of like emotional needs and things like that, because you are like good to people, you know what I'm saying, you are a you're natural with your ability to communicate with people and to exude this light and positivity. So abundance comes your way in that form. That may not be necessarily in a monetary form. It just may be, sometimes it is, though it just may be very, in a form of like a lot of gratitude, and a lot of people like thanking you for helping them along, their journey and things like that. I would say moon in the ninth house. I would say moon in the ninth house is more spiritual than religious, but it kind of depends on your upbringing and if you want to break free of that, because you could definitely be the moon in the ninth house person that does turn into the preacher or the pastor, or you could be the moon in the ninth house person that kind of rebels against that and kind of develops your own spiritual path. Also, all about learning and education and how to really, emotionally connect with people. This is psych majors and things of that nature, but always learning, always striving for new information, and always wanting to teach people. I would say this energy is very good with kids, but I wouldn't say that this is the most like maternal energy for like having kids, because you always want to be on the go. So moon in the ninth is not really conducive for having like a family and things like that, because you're very much about the home away from home. You know what I'm saying? You have a schedule where you travel to a different country every month, if you got it like that monetarily. You know what I'm saying? But if you got moon in the ninth house, you may have some help, or somebody helping you. Money just be it just be coming away. It's easy. Like, maybe you get a flight for free or something like that, or the hotel is free or something like that, and it makes it easy for you to travel. That's another thing about the ninth house energy. They love to travel because a lot of the times, even if they don't have the means, there's like other like resources that allow them to be able to travel. Remember, luck, you know what I'm saying? Growth and expansion. So, kind of the moral to the story with moon in the ninth house is about fulfilling your emotional needs and your need to feel comfort through exploration and adventure, and taking chances. This is probably the most like risky place for the moon. This is probably where the moon would take the most risks and reap, high rewards, because the moon is so content with being like comfortable and, and stable and things like that. It's difficult for moon energy to typically take a risk. But in the ninth house, they're able to do that, and a lot of times be successful. And if they're not, they just dust themselves off and, they try again, like Aaliyah did. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say about moon in the ninth house. I know that there's a lot of things that I missed with this placement. So if you happen to have this placement, please feel free to educate me. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the ninth house. We're talking about educating. So I don't have any problems with y'all educating me, because y'all be doing that in the comments and I'll be like, hey, y'all better do that. Okay, so let me know if this resonated with you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Oh, let me say this one thing about moon in the ninth house. Moon in the ninth house is like, and I know that men can have this placement too, so bear with me. But moon in the ninth house is like everybody's mother. They're like the fairy godmother. you know what I mean, to like everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everybody kind of loves this energy, and loves to be around it and things like that, because they're just like, it's almost like Earth Mother. You know what I'm saying? It's very universal love, universal um acceptance, you know what I'm saying? So very open to different people, like bringing people in. They'll take people in. Like if you don't have anything and you're struggling on the street, they're the ones that'll take you in. They don't want to have their own kids, but they want to help others, to, get them back on track so that they can have, a better life and things of that nature. So that's kind of the energy of the moon in the ninth. Okay. I just wanted to get that little tidbit in there. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.